Hey guys, welcome and welcome back. Seer Soul 3 with me, Lise. This is going to be a general message for my beautiful collect of the Iv. All right, collective. Please remember to take what resonates. Just take what applies, let the rest fly. It may or may not resonate, and if it doesn't, that's okay. It just means it's not your story this time. The strongest energy is going to come out, and those are the messages that are going to come out. All right? And please don't forget to hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, comment, share, follow, whether you're watching me on Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube. It is a free way to support me and my channel, and I will keep making these reads, all right? And without further ado, some all-natural cedar bunch for me, and some for you. I see 55 seconds on the clock, so you're coming, so we'll see how that ties into the read, but I know when my eyes are drawn to numbers, there's a reason for that. And so I utilize numerology in that way. And the tarot as well, but mostly numerology. So with 55, it's like change after change coming to a completion and starting over. So some of you are at that point in your life where it's like, what is that saying? Past the halfway mark, too far to go back. It's like you can't go backwards. You can only go forwards. You got to get over this thing, right? Whatever that is, something like that. And like that change with this next change action movement that you're doing is closing out a chapter while you're starting over in something. It doesn't have to be negative. It could also be simply saying like the direction, the trajectory of your life is going in the direction that you want, because there may be some changes coming, but that's part of what this is, whatever that means for you. Okay, but let's see. We're going to open it with a this or that deck, and then we will clarify with the light seer if needed, and then we will end the reading with some oracle messages from the career and life deck. So shall we start? Let's start. All right, Spirit, I wasn't ready, but we will keep an eye on this. It's the Three of Wands backwards. We'll see if it comes out again. I just wasn't ready. Okay, Spirit, give me one card for the collectives. Where are they vibing at? What's their current energy right now? Just one, Spirit, just one. Thank you. Okay, you have the back side of the Queen of Wands. All right, so what is the situation for the collective? No more than two, Spirit. Give me two for the situation. One more, please. One more for the situation. Thank you. You have the, I believe this is the Knight of Wands. Yeah, the Knight of Wands, and not the Knight of Wands, my bad, the Knight of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. But this is the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Cups are on this side, and this one is on that side. So it's the front side of that. That's the situation. What's in their blind spot? What's in the collective's blind spot? What don't they see coming? Spirit told me two more. So two more for what they don't see coming. Keep going. Just two more, please. Two more. Thank you. Oh, we got an extra. Oh, wow. Okay. What's the advice? And what's the most likely outcome if they listen to the advice? All right. Let's get into it. Guys, give me a moment to read what I see. Guys, I feel that it is important to read from the book with this deck. So in this or that deck, so on one side, it is the outer self, and on one side, it's the inner self for this card, okay? So for the Queen of Wands, you have the that side, right? But it talks about the inner self, which is, so this is you. This is where you're vibing at. This is your energy, whether male or female, whether you are a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius or not. This is an action card, fire energy, okay? And it is the action of what I'm about to read is your energy, but this is action energy. You're ready for something. And this talks about the Queen of Wands on that side of the inner self. The back of the throne emphasizes organic quality. It was not built. It grew. Looking outward with the Queen, we see that while the forest is at her back, the vista before her is open. A magnificent sphinx dominates the scene. The throne seems to have been placed to overlook the statue. The Queen is pulled towards the unknown and perhaps the unknowable. Her outer life casts out energetic strands that connects her to many people and things, but at her core she needs silence. Her inner self is twining at her inner life is as twining and complex as the vines on her throne, and she requires deepening time to think it all through. So this is your energy. So you're sitting in this, remember, whether male or female, you're sitting in this, and this is the back but to front of you, it's all clear pasture ahead. It is, what am I going to do? So you have to sit with yourself and you have to think this through. It's like the decision's already been made. You're just trying to figure out what to do with the space that you have. So like this Queen already has all of that land that she is looking at on this side, right? But she doesn't know what she's going to do with it yet. Am I going to build a house? Am I going to build fruit trees and a farm? What am I going to do with this space? Will I build a road? There is something. But now that it's your property, your land, you have to sit with yourself to decide, what do I do with this? And that must be what you're going through, because that is your energy right now. Now the situation is, this is the Knave. So this is the Knave of Swords, and this is the outer self. A fierce young man whose expression seems combative tightly grips a shining sword, ready to strike. He hovers in midair, lashed by the cold wind that blows the clouds aloft. The landscape below is jagged and sharp, and his feet are bare, suggesting vulnerability. Though his outer demeanor projects toughness, this is a person who may not know how to compromise or listen well to others. Swords are the suit of communication and thought, but this Knave doesn't have the mental discipline yet to achieve clarity in either. He may get himself into situations that require someone else to rescue him. A few of those experiences will educate and humble him, at which point his potential for brilliance can be fulfilled. That is one part of the situation. But then you also have the Nine of Cups as well, which is this side. So this is the traditional faced up, right? Upright and forward. So it's called this side. A duke in gorgeous array admires his exquisite golden chalices. Each one is a masterpiece, and the collection has taken time to acquire, which makes it all the more precious to him. All of his earthly possessions have been chosen with love, not greed. He pursues that which makes him happiest rather than what will make him richer. He pursues that which makes him happiest rather than what will make him richer. Beauty and the pleasure that beauty brings to others fills his heart with joy. Because his quest is blissful, bliss is what he finds. When you get this side in a reading, this is known as a wishing card. It is a sign that you will get what you wish for, and yes, you need to be careful. More importantly, don't squander your wish. What will bring the greatest, deepest happiness to you over the long run? Not just fleeting pleasure, but the joy after joy your whole life long. So the situation is, whether you're male or female, this is the masculine energy. So you could be in a male body using your masculine energy. You could be in a female body using your masculine energy. Remember, we talked about this. When we as humans speak to a child, we are using our feminine energy. When we as humans assert ourselves, that is our masculine energy. And when we balance the masculine with the feminine energy in us, we become balanced, because too much of the feminine energy can what? Yes, overgiving, and you can be taken advantage of and abused. Too much of the masculine energy and what? That is harsh and uncompromising and aggressive. So we, bring up one, bring down, however it works, and you even it out. But I am seeing the masculine energy. For your energy, that was the feminine side of the Queen of Wands, right? But this is the masculine side of the Knave, as well as the Nine of Cups. So the Knave of Swords, so the situation is you realizing, this is what I want. What I want is what makes you happy. And you might be in a situation where you're with somebody, or you're realizing that this is not going to work where you're currently at. What you want, it is a wish come true, and you're not going to squander it, but you will squander it from what I can see if you choose wrong. This person, or whatever this is for you, it could be love, it could be business, it could, a friend, however, family, however it works, right? But you are at clear times ahead. You're looking out at the pasture ahead. You've already had that whole grass and all the tree, all of that stuff, everything's in the clear now. So it's like, what do I want? And what you want is not this type of shit. You don't want someone or something that doesn't know who they are, that aren't mature enough. It's okay. We're not always going to be on the same level as someone when we're with them, right? And sometimes you can't come together and grow together. Sometimes you can't. Right? This looks like a situation where even if this person grew, they would still not be where you're at. And it's like you will be settling if you stay in this, because this person is not ready, whatever this is for you. Then now the other way that I can see this is you saying, clear pastures ahead. That's my energy, right? Like, what am I going to do? I have this golden ticket, but what am I going to do with it? Right? Like that. And it could be saying, you know what you don't want, and you know what you do. So take it how it resonates, okay? Now, what is in your blind spot is the backside of the King of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles. Now, this is the only Knight that I trust in any deck. It is Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. You could be that, don't have to be. Just means that that's what the energy is that's you're taking on, right? What's in your blind spot? But it's the only Knight I trust in any deck, because this is a slow but steady offer. This is stability. This is I take the long way. There ain't no doubt about it. I take the long way. Saw them take the short route, but I took the long way. That's a Chris Webby rap that just popped in my head. I was listening to it earlier, but it just popped in now. So it's like that. You're getting success, but it was the long way. Maybe in the cover of night, maybe some of you are coming out of the cover of night, something like that. But what's in your blind spot is, let's read from the book. This is one part of what is in your blind spot, because we still have we have 4 other cards to tell this story, to get into deeper on the story. So this is the Knight of Pentacles, inner self. The Knight has fallen, and the Knight and horse are still immobile. The Knight's posture seems more slumped and tired, and his horse is weary from waiting. The Knight has a handful of wheat stalks tucked into his belt. What he hides from the world is a sense of failure, of having somehow missed his chance for greatness. He wonders if it's too late to make a turn in his life, head out to the unknown lands again. The wheat is symbolic for more fruitful times ahead, and when the harvest of his life looked to be a rich one, the wheat is the symbol of more fruitful times, and the harvest of his life looked to be a rich one. Now these few stalks are a souvenir of what he has put behind him. So it's basically, there's a releasing here of some sort with, what am I doing? What am I going ahead to get? Right? I know what I don't want. I know what I do, or this isn't working, but this will, and I don't want to squander my wish. What's in my blind spot is my subconscious. Deep down, I feel like I have failed, but that's your inner self. That's not the truth. It's just how you feel, because you're coming into a big opportunity and you're like, whoa, am I ready for this? Can I take this on? Yes, you fucking can, and you will be wearing bells when you do it, period. Then it jumps into the back side of the 4 of Cups, which I like in this deck. Let's see what it has to say. There's also the 5 of Wands, the 2 of Cups, and the back side of the Knight of Wands, which we will get into. All right, so we'll get into the back side of the 4 of Cups. All right, this is called that side. Looking out to the sea through the young man's eyes, we see a ship outward bound, disappearing into the fog. The sad empty cups abandoned on the shore are evocative of a disappointed dreams and lost hopes. The young man has missed the boat. When you get this side in a reading, don't dwell on missed opportunities. You are in danger of letting your heart feelings blind you to the new offers and chances. Ennui can turn into ENNUI, whatever, ENNUI can turn into depression, which perpetuates itself and can be difficult to shake off. Allow yourself to imagine something wonderful coming over the horizon. Are you ready to accept the cup of happiness? Then we have the backside of the Five of Wands. We're going to get into this because I already see what's going on here, but we'll get into it. Okay. We have, then we have this side. Two soldiers spar, both holding a battle in each hand. They are equally matched and armed. Indeed, other than their tunic colors, they seem to be identical. Their stance is solid, perhaps a bit slow or clumsy. This is not a fevered battle scene. The empty landscape doesn't appear to have anything worth fighting for. When you get this side in a reading, if there is conflict happening, don't take it too seriously. One or more of the participants may be merely going through the motions to keep in practices, or they may just like to fight. Healthy competition is good for honing skills in the workplace, in art and sport, and so on. But the key word is healthy. At the end of the day, part as friends. Then we have the other side of the Two of Cups, which is this side. Two people stand together blessed by Venus. Venus, if you look in your birth chart, whatever sign that falls under Venus, that shows you how you love and how you need or want to be loved. So whatever the sign is on the birth chart, then look up that sign, and that will give you a deeper look on how you love or how you want to be loved, right? Like your love language, right? Is one way to look at it, figure it out. I mean, okay, so they are so alike, they could be two halves of the same person. This is a twin flame energy, but it's more of a deep friendship too. I'll get into that a little further in a minute. Their simple white garments speak of purity and honesty. There is no artfulness between these two, only the truth of love. They mirror each other's attitude and gesture, and the chalices they hold are identical. Only the entwined snakes differ. A silver lunar serpent rises from the woman's cup, and a golden solar serpent rises from the man. While the Ace of Chalice is warned against illusions of love under night's canopy, this card reassures you that you are seeing clearly when it comes to love. The two people have recognized their twin souls, and it is as if they have known each other forever. You can trust your feelings and your heart's calling. The signs are good for an equal and honest relationship. Then you have I believe the Knight of Wands backwards. We're on the other side of it, so we're going to get into that. A moment. Thanks for your patience. Here we go. This is the Knave of Wands, so it's the Page of Wands, but it's the inner self side. The Knight, oh, it is the Knight, my bad. The Knight and Unicorn face the wild lightning with no hesitation or faltering in their progress. The torch casts a golden glow to counter the white-hot flashes before them. They show no sign of fear or even caution. The real shadow side of this knight is his appetite for drama. Facing down the lightning will make a great tale to tell if he survives it. Let others have their small, safe lives. This is a person who needs the extra fire of excitement to feel truly alive. So the situation could be, I mean, what's in your blind spot, excuse me, that's what this was. In your blind spot is you. I'm getting it two ways. This could be you, no, because it's what's in your blind spot is either you feeling like a failure or them, right? They are trying to put, you or them are trying to put past shit behind you or them, because I could feel it on both sides. And sometimes maybe you do argue and fight, But you have to, maybe the argument isn't really, it's not a big deal, right? Maybe you do recognize this person as a twin soul, but you've realized, hey, look, you like to argue a little bit too much. You like the drama. You're too immature. I can't go on like this. Yes, there is love here. Yes, I love you, but sometimes love isn't enough. What good is love if we're not on the same page? What good is love if you're a depressed mess? What good is love if it's not healthy? Right? When people come together, you have to be at a certain level with each other. At least you both have to be at a baseline where you can grow together. So if you start here and they're here or they're here, it's just really hard, because it's like you'll have to come down, they'll have to go up. And it's like comes a point in your life where you're like, how much do I actually, am I willing to wait for? So it's like you're seeing things clearly on what you want. And it's like, because you're coming into these new opportunities, don't be afraid or be alarmed when you're taken aback. Like, wait, this isn't what I asked for. This isn't what this isn't what I wanted to get myself into. I see things a little differently now. On the flip side, it also could be saying that with the clear pastures ahead and the things that you want to build, you've learned what you don't want, everything that you do, and you're wide awake and well aware and ready to get this boon, right? In your blind spot, your subconscious could be thinking that you're fearing things, but there's nothing to fear. You're not going to make the same mistake again. You can recognize that you can love someone from afar, but they're not good for you. It's okay. It happens. And we just have to keep growing, because you can't stay stuck, because you will. And it will only cause depression and mental health issues, because you will not be fulfilling your own heart and soul's desire. There comes a point where it's like, no, I really need to put myself first. So I'm talking to overgivers. You could identify or relate to a people pleaser or a fixer, somebody that was overly giving. And so now to you might be feeling like you're being selfish, but you're not. You are doing what is best for you, and that is okay. That's what you're supposed to do. It just may not feel that great because you're not used to it. But that's also a sign in itself. You're doing the right thing, and spirit is proud of you. And when I say spirit, I mean your higher self, your subconscious. So your soul and you, it's proud of you. So, right? And the most likely outcome, if you take the advice, is if you take the advice and what we've talked about, would be justice coming, period. It's like a manifestation. Justice, a cycle ending for justice to come, and you playing your cards right with your strategy. You're going to have to move strategic to this. And we're going to get into it right now, real quick. So this one is the Wheel of Fortune, and it's that side. And this is a major arcana, which means you also have another major arcana here. So divine intervention is coming because of the work that you've put in. So you have a lot of boons, but it's only if you make the right decision, which I know that you will, collective. The Sphinx and the two gods that are gone, and the day's heat has given away to the cool starry night. The magician, major arcana 1, stands with the wheel in his right hand, where in his own card he holds the candle. He now holds the Ankh, the symbol of life. His left hand points to the earth as before. With this gesture, he calls upon the life force to manifest on earth, and so it is, and so it has. The greenery springs from the barren desert floor. The wheel is the same, with its symbols of esoteric wisdom and secrets. The magician is a master of these mysteries, but he does not master the wheel of destiny itself. Destiny is destiny. His message here is to remember that you are a soul on an earthly journey. You have chosen the ride of the wheel. You will use it in a positive way to influence the events and circumstances to make the most of that ride. Study the mysteries which sparkle as points of light in the dark of night. There you go. Then we have the Seven of Swords, which is a strategic move. So you might be doing a lot of thinking at night, or some of you might actually be making this move at night. And the judgment is going to go in your favor. It's like you calling judgment on what moves forward with you, period. And that's what I have for you. This is beautiful. Didn't even need to clarify. I really like this deck. But let's top it off with some messages from the Oracle. Career and Life Oracle. Okay. All right. Let's hop in. Show me for the collective. Give me 3 cards for career and life. Perfect. I just need one more. Spirit, that's just too many. This is too many. I would like 3. Just give me 3, Spirit. Give me 3. 2 more. Thank you. Perfect. Bottom of the deck, you got taking steps. Action is key to getting where you need to go. You can't wait around. Take a step in the direction to get unstuck and find the opportunities. That's it. Right here, investment. Invest in your education and make some big plans for the future. Take calculated risks, but save something to fall back on. Some of you, Bitcoin could be significant. If so, then that's a message that this reading's for you. You also have magic. We have the power now. Use your magic to attract what you want in your life. The sky is the limit. And then look, manifesting, which is where we ended on this deck, which was a tarot deck, the magician who manifests. You have the power to manifest what you want by writing your intentions down and by taking inspired action to make it happen. And through the tarot, the first card was the Queen of Wands, an action card of manifesting what you want. Peacock is here, so it's a boon. It's manifesting isn't wishing upon a star. That's a small piece of it. You say things out loud so that you can tell your subconscious what you want. You also do need to write it down. And then you also need to take action on it. So you plant the seeds in your own mind, and then your subconscious starts giving you ideas, or God, however you want to look at it, right? Whatever and whoever you believe in the Most High. Hinduism, Buddhism, even if you're Christian, however it works for you, right? Maybe some of you are spiritual, whatever you believe in the Most High, okay? And that's what we got here. Now, just to a friendly reminder that this life and career deck is not full of all positive cards, and it is life and career. So for 3 positive cards to come out that are also referenced what we talked about, Spirit, I love you. All right. And if you didn't get this far on the reading, or if you're on Facebook and it cut off, please watch me on YouTube. Okay. That's Seer Soul 3. All right. All right, guys. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, comment, share. Hello. Thank you.